Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon. We're here this morning for another happy little Bloodborne race. My name is Mama Souls, and I am here with my co-commentator BLT. Tell everyone hi, BLT.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mama. We're back
This morning,
at it.
this morning's race is between CB and Donnie. We are in the lower round 4 bracket. We've got 4 runs coming at you this week. This will be the first one. Both runners here
Actually,
look they're pretty close to ready to go.
sorry, I'm juggling a couple tabs. Here we go.
I'm going to give Donnie a couple of seconds to get set up, and then we will start our countdown from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, boys. So as we stated, we are in the 4th round lower bracket of the tournament. This tournament has been going on since the beginning of May. We still have several weeks left. We had 2 amazing races yesterday. If you weren't here, you definitely want to catch up on the VODs. But we're here this morning and we are ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know if you happen to mention it, but both of these runners are on PS5 today, so we have another perfect RTA set up here, so we don't have to worry about all of the calculations that go in with RTA and trying to figure things out.
I like that early bow from Donnie. He's, definitely got some nice manners there.
Oh, I already missed a gesture. There we go.
Yep. Right after the first door.
Oh, little wolf action. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't track him.
It looks like CB making it past the first boss of the game, Clinic Werewolf. Donnie making his way up the ladder. So we have our first success of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd be surprised how much the ladder guy, and Wolf can just cause a reset. Can be quite annoying sometimes, but
The idea behind this is that you wake up in the clinic and you have no weapons, no nothing to your name. When you get to that wolf, the idea is that he's gonna kill you and send you back to the dream. Well, we're speedrunners and that's not gonna work for us. So we run past him, get to the first lamp, and send ourselves back to the dream where we're picking up our weapons. So you see both runners doing that, and they'll be heading back to Central Yarnum to make their run through.
yeah, didn't catch any cane pickups. I'm pretty sure both will be skipping out on the cane, unless maybe someone got it for a backup. But we'll see that later for a skip. Gonna grab these mollies here. We're heading towards sewer skip, the infamous sewer skip. Generally a non-issue. I'm refraining from, some kind of memes can happen with boxes and dogs and all these things, and but yeah, it's usually no big deal.
Sewer skip is actually this semi-massive skip. It saves about 30 to 35 seconds.
I think it's a 40 to 45 even. 40, I'd say.
Maybe even better.
Yeah, about
So
40
what it
seconds.
does is instead of running through the sewers and through this area, you get up on that pillar, you jump across onto the fence. You see both runners quitting out. They rolled across the post. When they load back in, if they did it correctly, they'll be on this fence they can run across and go straight to the boss. Instead of having to run past all these enemies, through the sewers, etc., etc. Nicely done.
Here we go. 2 good sewer skips. Yeah, it's a little bit finicky. Like, you can land on the short side of the pillar. You can land a little bit too far, and the game won't register you. Sometimes it can look good, and it didn't quite register you. It can be a little annoying in that sense, but These guys did it perfectly. Here we go. Gascoigne coming up. Great boss. I actually like Gascoigne a lot. I know everyone kind of hates him. Anyone who runs this game really hates him, but I think he's a really fun first boss. Really teaches you like a bunch of stuff about the game and what you can expect.
He's definitely a difficult first boss.
Mm-hmm.
Casually, sure. Even more so in the speedrun. I wouldn't say he's hard to get past in a speedrun if you take your time, which is kind of like, you know, a double there. If a speedrunner takes their time, they'll probably kill Gascoigne 99% of the time. But remember, we're trying to be fast.
Yeah, that is the hard part.
And that's what makes Gascoigne very, very difficult. And you see Donnie getting past him. Perfect. And now as well. Good job, boys.
Dual prey slaughtered. That's what we like to see. Synced up gates, almost.
Beautiful. You love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing with speedrunning, right? A lot of these things I mean, you could stand there and do some of these skips 100 out of 100 times. It's when you're trying to go fast. It's maybe there's a dog nipping at your ankles. It's trying to go fast makes everything just a little bit harder. If not a lot harder. Rom being a perfect example. You could kill Rom 100 out of 100 times if you took your time. Trying to go fast, you know, anything can happen. But we're not there yet, and there's no jinx allowed. Grabbing the hunter set there for Donnie. I think CB also got it. He's heading that way.
Oh yeah, he's putting it on.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
So both runners are opting to grab the hunter set early. In normal runs, we get this towards the end of the game, but it's a nice little safety net for early game to get it now and just have it the whole game. It gives you a little bit more resistances and oh, that word's escaping me right now.
Beasthood. A little bit more beasthood.
That's not the word I was looking for. It's early. I'm still tired.
It is early. I think everyone's kind of, you know, just waking up. We got our fresh coffee. We're chilling. 2 quit outs for the dogs. This is a nice play. They can block you in the doors. Even when you're trying to just hit them or kill them, it's a waste of time. They hit you back. You're trading. Quit out here resets them. Boom. Walk right through the door. No problem. Dogs have actually been... Dogs in this doorway in particular have been pretty nice this tournament as far as I can remember. And we're going to be heading down to Old Yarnum.
I love that they're so close together for TA.
Yeah.
Makes it nice.
Yeah, the PS5 is nice in that department. And a little bit smoother frame rate from what I hear on some of these bosses. You get the faster loading screens. They're very, very nice.
So you see Donnie is opting to get the lamp, but he did not get the blood cocktails. CB doing the opposite, opting to get cocktails, not getting the lamp. And then we'll be coming up to Old Yarnum skip.
Yeah, I want to say Marchie maybe did that yesterday, where he skipped the cocktails but took the lamp, maybe trying to recover some of that little time loss. Is the thinking behind that? Which is not a bad idea, especially if you're comfortable with YOLO BSB.
Looks like both runners making it past the skip.
Perfect.
Yeah, both runners are running on PS5.
Wolves being nice, they can kind of chase you into that corner and then continue to chase you all the way around. Oh, CB's loading a quit out. He must hear one behind him. You can hear the footsteps when they're hauling it on your tail. Donnie gets out, no wolves, very nice.
Coming up to the next boss, Bloodstarved Beast. Donnie will be doing what we refer to as the YOLO version without pungent cocktails. CB, when he comes up, will be doing the cocktail in the corner. And they're very close to where you can get a nice comparison of the difference in this fight. I'm very proud of Donnie because he just learned the YOLO version of this maybe a few days ago, and he has gotten really good at it.
It's fresh in his mind, yeah.
It's definitely not behaving for him.
And the stupid wall. And half of her has to go into the wall, of
Oh,
course.
nicely done there.
Well done, Donnie. That was very nice. You're rewarded with a nice little time save. Well done. Yeah, I'm not too... I don't have a ton of experience on YOLO BSB. The actual, you know, strat and trying to go fast and everything. I still use the cocktails, but... yeah, I know that there's generally 2 openers. He got the nice slow opener. Yeah, and that went well. You're kind of the same. Yeah, very nice. It's a general idea is the same. You're getting her to scream and open up her back through her little phase changes, double backstabs, etc. Spam her down. There's a little bit more to the YOLO version than that. Certainly, keeping her in control or within, you know, not running across the arena helps. And we're heading up to we're heading up and then down to the workshop before heading to Amelia. This is another spot, I say with Canehurst a lot, but this is another spot that a lot of people probably miss on their first playthrough. I certainly did. But very cool. You really can't see it unless you're looking for it, or if you're very thorough in here, but a little abandoned workshop. Going to be picking up one of our chords, and we're going to be picking up the doll set. The doll set is worth a lot of echoes. This is a nice little trick for even casual runs, whatever. You sell this doll set, you get 35,000 echoes to spend however you see fit. The runners will be rushing damage with it.
I was actually watching Donnie last night. He's like, "Tell me I won't do YOLO BSB in my race. You won't." I was like, "You won't do it." He was like, "Yes, I will." And there, he held true to his word.
There you go. And he did it. Yeah, very precise drops here with the HP. Works out perfectly for the base of it.
Alright, both runners will be making their way up to a small skip, excuse me, called Ladder Warp. It's where you do an action as you're, quote, getting onto the ladder. And instead of your character getting on the ladder, it puts you at the base of it. The game now thinks that you are on that ladder. So when you quit out, you'll be back at the base of the ladder. So now they can go do whatever they want. In this case, they're going to go kill Amelia, light the lamp, quit out, and they'll be back at the base of the ladder. This saves about 12 or so seconds of having to run back down all these stairs.
Yeah, very, very cool little glitch. Sadly, in this category anyway, it's the only spot it's used. It's used a couple times in Unrestricted. It's used a couple times in all achievements, all trophies. Can do it on any ladder in the game. Very cool. Give it a try yourself. And here we go with Amelia. Super scripted, 100% consistent. We'll see. Okay, CB's doing the newer strat. Newer, quote newer. Pretty old by now. Looks like Donnie's doing the same. Now, just right at the end here, if their damage is just a little bit off, she can kind of bop you a little bit, and, you know, she'll throw a little tantrum. Generally, it's fine to save. Even if she gets a hit off on you, it's not too big of a deal. This looks good, too. Very nice. 2 clean Amelias down.
When she gets away is when you have a little bit of a problem. because once this boss gets away from you and like you don't have control of the fight anymore, she is madder than a hippo with a hernia. She gonna come at you. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it gets pretty bad. We call that bad Amelia RNG.
Yeah, she's an awesome boss, honestly. I remember this boss in my first playthrough, and even in BL4 and things. Um, I think the arena makes her that much harder too. She can just cover all of the ground very quickly. She heals. She's screaming. Her fur's everywhere. It's an intense fight. The music is great. Just love it. But sadly, we just kind of run her over in the speed run as, yeah, as that's
As
the
it
most
should.
optimal. Yeah, as it should be, the most optimal way. Now we have a little encounter with a brain sucker, sort of a hint to some enemies you might run into later in the game. This is your first little introduction. Guarding some shards here. No worries. Sometimes it could block you. It's not a big deal today. Very nice.
CB
Oh,
getting a
CB just gesturing away. As we talked about yesterday, they are not hard to do. They are. It's a full-time job to not get a gesture in this game. So it does happen from time to time. And we're heading to we are heading to the Dream for our first level up. Do some shopping. Give our weapon a little makeover, some upgrades. This beast. Oh, we got him. The beast. That is the one attack the beast can get on you. That's why you'll see almost every player move away. Okay, that was right. Perfect timing then. CB didn't deal with that. Here's another gesture. uh, the one attack, that torch slam, is the only attack that'll hit you when you're quote iframing at the lamp. And if you're not out of range, yep, he can hit you. And if you die, you come back to the Dream. You just have to warp back and get your echoes. Not too big of a deal.
It's not a huge deal. It's
Yeah,
just like,
just
kind of
annoying.
scary.
Yeah, and certainly.
So both runners leveling up their weapons to +4, slotting the 2 gems that they've got. One gem they picked up, the other they broke out of the pendant that you got from Amelia after she died, leveling up their character, and then they'll be heading back to Cathedral Ward, where they take the one scripted death in this run, getting killed by the bagman outside of Cathedral Ward, and it takes you to early Hargle, Hypogean Jail, and you'll kill Parl.
Yeah, and your bag dude has his own RNG. This is good for CB. He still had the jacket on. Yeah, the jacket is going to be.
BB got a fast one, but he didn't get one-shotted.
Yeah.
Kept his clothes on.
You could take the jacket off. You can run against the wall, get some counter damage, and you get the one shot.
And
But see that grab that
one
yeah,
shot.
Donnie was getting the grab after he was dead already. That grab's a bad one. He can kind of do magic. His magic thing, that's a slow one. Sometimes you get them chained together, and it's the slowest thing ever. So there's a little bit of time-wise RNG with that guy. Little hidden time saves or losses.
So there's multiple reasons to do this and do quote early Parl. One being that if you don't, you have to do your Hargle skip twice later in the run. Doing this now, you can buy bolt paper after you kill Parl and use it for ROM. There's multiple reasons that this came to be. So here we are.
Yeah, you're gonna see just how much damage we do, and with the limb soreness, soreness mechanic, as you beat down on a limb that's broken, it takes even more bonus damage. Before I can even finish, Parl is dead.
Parl never even has a chance with this strat, unfortunately. But he's another one of those bosses. If he gets away from you and is able to start fighting back, he's so hard to hit because he's got just these little spindly bony legs and he's fast. So both runners getting past him doing a very good job. They'll be heading to Forbidden Woods.
Yeah, starts swiping at you. He does his big bolt AoE. Pretty cool boss, camera boss, as a lot of people call him too.
Camera
Kind of
beast.
hard, yeah. Camera beast. Yeah, there's a ton of older Parl strats used to just do a loop around them, breaking limbs. There's one with a visceral. It's kind of gone optimized to the point of, yeah, what is it, 11 hits or something? Could say that about a lot of strats. A lot of strats are just really, really optimized. Even Amygdala is just for 2 seconds maybe. Yeah, just really good strats. That's wood skip, mount, cliff skip. I just call it wood skip. Pretty simple, not much to talk about. You just jump up on the rock here.
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about here, but it skips a significant amount of stuff for you. It's a good little neat time there.
Yep, avoids that the oil swamp and all the mobs on the other side. Snake Bridge dude, my favorite. Generally not an issue, but terrifying just about every time. He has this one. He has this one attack that'll just kind of stagger you endlessly. These big swings are no problem. Generally, he's fine. We're fine.
We've got a skip coming up here that will freeze the Shadows AI. I'm pretty sure that both runners are gonna do it. But this was found about maybe a year and a half ago or so, where you can do this skip out of bounds and get into the boss arena by unconventional means, quit out, and when you come back in, the bosses will be frozen. So you get to fight shadows while they stand still.
Yeah. Yeah, and as satisfying as it is fighting shadows, legit, I must say, it's pretty damn satisfying to just fight them frozen as well.
That was a very nice skip by CB there.
Yeah, this is a pretty tricky jump here. It's just like a couple pixels you have to cut hard right and jump under the tree. Very nicely done there by CB.
And Donnie. Both of them doing very nice skips. Let's see if Donnie... Yes, GG.
Wedged right in. Very nice. Yeah, it's not a bad skip. Just a couple things. You got to get wedged under the tree. Stuff you might not see if you're not familiar with what's going on. You kind of have to get wedged under the tree a bit, and then you can just sort of drift and hit the jump. Very cool though. And then yeah, you get shadows just standing there. Very similar to the Watchers, I was gonna say, yeah.
Like they're an amazing fight. But one, this is a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
And
ooh, that was nice.
And two, it's consistent. And consistency is what will help you preserve your races and keep them going. Shadows was a very heavy reset point for runners back when we had no option but to fight them. So it's nice to have this option.
Yeah, and this is like the holy trinity of the run was Shadows, Rom, Reborn. Getting through these 3 segments was huge. That's when you breathe your sigh of relief and you kind of, okay, now a run is officially starting here. So removing shadows from the game like that, yeah, there's really no reason not to.
It's anymore. A nice key skip by CB.
Yeah, CB hitting the YOLO, the quote YOLO version, the first attempt essentially.
Donnie as well. GG boys.
Let's go. Nice. You boys came to play today. All right, Rom. Spiders are everything. They hit like a truck. It's a bunch of them jumping around, diving on you. It's just a lot of multitasking here. You're trying to keep an eye on as many as you can and build up meter. You are trying to build up a little bit of meter for Rom here.
Donnie getting butt blasted by a spider.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
what?
The spiders are definitely The little spiders are the big boss in this arena here.
Yeah, exactly. You saw CB cancel the teleport. 100% consistent on ROM, assuming everything's executed fine, and then she's usually just a few hits at the end of this. One of the other challenges of this fight is the clock ticking on your buffs. You really
Get a 1 cycle, but that's not necessarily good because she is just backing up and backing up, backing up. Let's see if he
this
can.
is definitely a 1 cycle. I think Donnie would probably take that because I think his spider clear felt a little bit slow, and maybe it was starting to, like I was saying, if you get to her at the end and your buffs are done, then it can be a completely different. So maybe Donnie's actually happy with the 1 cycle, and it looked like he got instant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Sometimes when you have a really slow clear, okay, now he pulled the quit out. Yeah, the quit out will teleport you closer to the queen there, which is really nice. But yeah, when you have this slow kind of spider clear, I'm always welcoming backsteps. Please, Rom, give me some backsteps to save my pellet here real quick. But yeah, that went well. We're through Rom. We're just cruising along here.
So you see CB picking up the upper cathedral ward key and marking out here. We need this key for a little bit later in the run. Now he'll be back at the lamp and heading towards your Hargle skip.
Yeah, this skip, I mean, that's all you can really say is this skip. You got a couple mobs that want to kill you. Now you can quit out. There's a slower setup. You could trick your weapon, and it's way more consistent. But again, the mobs. Do you kill the mobs? Do you not kill the mobs? Do you go for YOLO again? A lot of decisions a runner has to make at this skip, especially in a race. Sometimes you can clip through the fence. I don't want to. Clip's probably the wrong word here. It's confusing with the category, but yeah, this is the pro flow setup with the tricked weapons. Very nice, way more consistent. But getting the time to do that with the mobs alive is the challenge here.
Donnie
hit it. Yep.
Very nice one. And
Donnie
now
hitting
we're
a perfect skip.
pink.
Here we go. Just got to navigate around some coffins. We're picking up a chunk here. We got some bolt paper, some Madman's knowledge. We're going to go pick up a gem by a wolf. Just collecting some resources before we head into One Reborn. Let's see, both runners look pretty good on vials. And normally they'd pick up the Yargul set right there, but we've already got the endgame set for this run, so no need to. Donnie opting not to bait with the vial, just going to wait it out. Well done. There we go. Double reborn action.
So One Reborn is this boss where, like, you just have to pray for things to go your way. It is semi-scripted, but there's just so much going on. There's 6 Bell Maidens around the arena shooting fireballs at you. One Reborn, no matter what his other situation may be, can drop corpses on you the entire time. And if you get hit by a fireball into a corpse drop, have a nice day. You see CB getting past. Looks like Donnie is going to get it too.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice fights. You see all the damage and the double hits going down on the head there.
Now at this point, I feel comfortable reminding everyone that in the 2019 Bloodborne tournament, One Reborn had 16 deaths to it. So, definitely, a force to be reckoned with, even in a race setting.
Yeah, it's you go from topped off, in control of the fight to dead instantly. You get a couple fireballs and a bone drop combo. It's just happy. You can't even heal fast enough out of some of this stuff if you're caught out. So yeah, very well done. One Reborn was nice. No baby kicks. No memery there. And it just keeps on going. Right now, we're gonna run into the Silver Beast. CB does have the cocktail for it, so he won't need to quit out because we have to get a little wandering nightmare around this corner for some more materials. Donnie will be running past, and he has to do a quit out just to reset the Silver Beast because they are one of the more dangerous mobs that we encounter in the run for sure. You do not want one of them on you.
The one thing worth pointing out while they're doing their next stream segment, leveling up and then heading to Mikolash, we were talking about in chat about like the salty gestures and things like that. On PS5, for some reason, you get more dropped inputs than you did on PS4 and things like that. So that definitely comes into play with both of these runners being on a PS5. So you might see some, memery in those manners, like with the gestures and stuff like that.
All right, so here we go. CB just did a quick level up. Replaced the gem. Heading back to Miko. Same. This is where Donnie's heading right now. And also 3225. You can see the damage just straight up. We are rushing that damage hardcore, and gems as well. Gems are huge in Bloodborne, along with pellets. That is why you see these bosses get melted the way that they do.
CB making his way up to the door boss, and we gotta hope that the Silver Beast and the Troll do not follow him. There's a troll, but no Silver Beast.
Yeah, the troll is. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say the troll is generally not a huge issue. The Silver Beast there can block you. He has this big electricity AOE stuff, and like they're just a nightmare. The Silver Beasts are just absolute nightmares to deal with.
In these runs, you cannot quit out during door animations. So at this point, it's either up to you to check before you start the door, or you have to quit out after the door is already open and you're out of iframes, which is very scary.
Yeah. Yeah, you see Donnie taking the quit out. I think I saw maybe both of them, a troll and a Silver Beast coming. But whatever it was, he saw enough to that's it, I'm quitting out.
There is nothing.
Don't even deal with it.
Quit outs do not count towards your IGT. You're wasting just a few seconds in your quit out menu to possibly save your run.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very nice, just a little thing in your back pocket. Get out of some situations. Spider gets a poke on Donnie. No big deal. He's probably got 12 spiders chasing him right now if he turned the camera around.
Mm-hmm.
They do that anyway, but yeah.
Little wave of spiders running through the doorway.
It's terrifying if you ever turn your camera around right there.
I do not, and for good reason.
No, I don't either. Here we go, Mikolash, the king of this tournament. He's gonna go down twice. That's it. No one's. We're done with you, Miko.
Mikolash's memes. Give us the crown back.
Not today. Oh, double! No, the double puppet. I didn't catch if they got the elevator. I'm not sure. The double puppet action. The one in the corner is kind of poking often enough, but the one behind CB actually had to get involved.
I'm hoping CB got the elevator.
All right, Donnie's going no elevator. Okay, CB did get the elevator.
Good move by CB.
Yeah, very nice. That's a big time save. Donnie said, "Heck the elevator." He's out for blood right now. Let's do it. Ooh, dude, Donnie getting the best possible RNG here. We call this Swedish RNG. A Swedish runner, used to seemingly get this all the time, so it took on the name. Very good, though. That's what you want to see.
That's one good thing that Alma just pointed out. The good news for CB is, like, he didn't waste any resources. He died to the puppets before he even started.
Yeah, very quickly. He entered the room and that was it, and reset. No, he didn't fight phase 1 and waste resources, like you said, and that's always something worth remembering or thinking about when you think about time loss and resource loss and everything. It's actually a better spot to die where CB did than later in the fight, for sure.
You know, better than during second phase or anything like that, where not only did you lose time, you have lost resources as well.
Okay. CB's got the old strat kind of going on there. We used to have to do this and make Miko come back out. Donnie gets the block in the door. Very nice. Now Miko aggroes after 3 hits in both phases. That's how you see we can block him in the door and he won't attack. As soon as you hit him that 3rd time is when he aggroes, but by then he's already dead. Well done, Donnie. Miko, not today. CB has some revenge to get here.
Good job, Donnie.
Yeah, very nice.
So as we stated before, Mikolash is definitely the king of this tournament. He's claimed about 6 victims or so by now. Donnie actually being one of them in his first race of the tournament. So I'm glad to see Donnie get past him there.
Yeah. Yeah, Miko has not been too nice this tournament, for sure.
So Donnie is, you see him going out of the way instead of going to the boss. We're picking up a gem down here that is an 18%. So it's definitely worth, you know, the 45 seconds to a minute to run down here and get this gem for the extra percent damage. He'll grab the gem and then he will mark out back to the lamp that he lit and then run this area. Good job, CB.
Yep, and as Donnie was doing that, CB finished off Miko. We're moving on. Very nice. Yeah, the puppets can do these things. It happens. We're back on track. And CB will be heading down to the Brain Ladies, the Winter Lanterns, to get the same gem that Donnie just did. Something here. We'll see if they're. I don't think we'll see if they're gonna grab a cold blood or 2 or something here. But generally, we're going for these pigs. It's a pretty cool little strat. You try to bait the pigs to fight the shadows, and that's the difference whether you're gonna get 43 strength or 44 strength. It's kind of cool little thing. You can see he's kind of regenerating stamina there, just trying to get the pigs to notice them. A little bit harder, obviously, with the elixir, because they don't aggro as hard as quickly. But, yeah. You'll see if he's going to get the echoes. There goes the double batch. That's just 44 strength right there for Donnie. Very nice. Not a huge deal, late game. It might be 1 extra R1 on Maria. It doesn't really change a whole ton. But it's just nice little comfy extra level. And there's no reason really not to try to get it anyway. We're right there.
Nurse opening up with their home run swing. Unfortunately, that's not a good one because you have to dodge it instead of starting to hit her. There's another home run swing. Not the worst RNG, but also not the best. Your nurse strat here is generic Dark Souls boss. Get behind her and start swinging.
Yeah, exactly. And she's got some weird stuff up her sleeve as well that she could pull out. She has Nightmare Phase she can do. Sometimes she'll just teleport twice. Oh, get out of there. Nice. Okay. Those hits can stagger you, and sometimes you get caught out before you can roll. Nice recovery there, though. She can get in the wall, as she's doing now sometimes, wall nurse.
It's not giving Donnie very nice RNG.
Yeah,
Sure.
no. And her reach is, she has amazing reach with these blades.
The only thing we have not seen is Nightmare Face. We've
can
seen
see-
teleport, we've seen home run swings, we've
Yep.
seen spikes. Peepo, hey.
Yeah, you could see she had 1 HP, and still, Donnie was like, I'm going to take my time, go around her, I'm going to finish this out. Because it's always dangerous when you're hitting her in the front as well. She can do like instant lawnmowers and just a bunch of strange stuff that she'll pull out. So just playing it safe there. Absolutely perfect. He's moving on. CB looks to be going pretty smooth here. And that's it. Two wet nurse down. We're just, little Miko hiccup, but no big deal. Tons of run left.
Not a bad nurse fight from CB.
Okay, you see Donnie got 42 strength there. Oh, right before Amy. Sorry.
She was a little bit nicer.
Yeah, now usually we'll keep the echoes here and go kill Amygdala, and then come back and get our 43 strength, or 44 if you got the pigs. Donnie opting to spend them beforehand because there's a skip coming up where, not this one. This is Luxor Hall skip, a little precise skip here, up over the railing. The next skip, though, you can kind of get stuck in the wall, and your echoes can do some weird things and get stuck in the wall as well, and so it's just a little safety strat. Just spend your echoes before you come here, especially in a race setting.
Having some donuts this morning because it took her about 6 tries to get over the railing.
Yeah, I actually like this skip. It's cool. It feels really nice when you hit it clean, and a nice momentum boost heading into the Amy segment. But it's tricky. It's super precise. Sometimes you hit what feels like the perfect jump, and it just doesn't deliver.
Favorite? It's my favorite when like your character floats like you're going to get on top, and then it just falls.
Yeah.
Dang, game, come on now.
Yeah, your shoe, the front of your shoe clips the edge, and you fall down back on the other side.
CB
But
getting
we're through.
lecture hall skip, and he'll be heading to Nightmare Frontier himself. You saw Donnie executing the first part of Nightmare Frontier skip there and quitting out. When he loads back in, he will be falling to the bottom of the elevator. If he did it correctly, the game has registered him on a rock that was just below the rocks we were standing on. Therefore, when he falls, he will not die. He'll have about 30% health left. Now he'll be heading to the Amygdala fight.
Yeah, that is a great point, Hans. How many of the skips in all of these games involve making the game believe that you have died in one way or another? Absolutely.
So this is a rather quick scripted fight. You come in, stagger the head. You see Donnie not getting the damage on that stagger. Boss is still gone. Pop your cord and move on.
Yeah, just tons of damage on Amy here. She's generally, I mean, she's 100% consistent, but generally not an issue. Even if you kind of whiff a hit, she's really just swinging any one of her limbs flapping around, and you just do so much damage at this point.
You see Donnie getting his 44 strength, and he will be heading to Forbidden Woods for the long run.
Yeah, you can see just mega damage there. Popping a cord. One of 3 that you have to pop to fight the final secret boss of this game.
Alright, so we're going to have both runners making this, quote, run now. You go back to the Forbidden Woods, and you're going to run to this cave area. We'll probably see both runners executing the cave skip, though. And it takes you to the back of the clinic that you woke up in at the beginning of the game. There is an NPC back here that has the last third of umbilical cord. that you have to come get in order to fight the true final boss. Now, coming this late in the game, oh Lord, Donnie, oh my God, please. Ugh, scary. Coming this late in the game, she is prone on a table. All you have to do is one-hit kill her. If you come early in the game before killing Rom, she fights you. You have to fight her to the death. Also, we'll be picking up the Canehurst summons to go to the secret area later in the game to kill one of the bosses there. So you see, Donnie's already past Cave Skip, but CB's coming up on it so that we can get an explanation in about it. I'm going to hand it over to BLT for that.
Yeah, CB went for the impossible jump, which CB is one of the better runners I've seen hit that jump multiple times. That is a super hard jump, but Cave Skip, you're running up on those gravestones, kind of tight-roping them, and you can actually get soft lock there if you fall in a little hole in between the gravestones. And then it's a lineup, and it's a pretty precise landing you have to hit because you can get stuck in the wall, stuck in the rock. You start getting in this quit out loop. But yeah, both players did great. I want to bring it back to Donnie's because he actually failed it. The mobs were kind of on him, and then with the mob's presence right there, breathing out down his neck, he hit it perfectly. So that was great by Donnie. Very cool skip. I really Cave Skip is one of those just fun skips. It's cool. It's satisfying to hit and watch as well, and saves about 12 to 15 seconds, I'd say. That's if you're perfect and hit it, quickly. So not the worst thing in the world if you end up getting stuck running around, but yeah, both players handled it perfectly. And here comes the summons that Mama mentioned for a boss later in the game. And we're going to get the cord and mark right out of here. Yeah, not much in this upper section except the brain sucker. Sometimes he can try to grab you, but if you have a decent HP, it's not really an issue. Little side note I noticed, we both runners have red hair. Interesting. Very nice, if I might add. I'm a fan. It's Bloodborne, it's red, you know?
Alright, so Donnie is done with the running segment. He'll be heading back to the dream and going into Cathedral Ward, where he will head to Upper Cathedral, where there are 2 bosses waiting.
Yeah, Upper Cathedral, again, I feel like I say this all the time about a lot of areas in this game, but Upper Cathedral is a really cool area aesthetically. The cool, mobs, it's dark, the music is really creepy and awesome. And there's a lot of decisions for runners to make here. We'll see the skip. The first decision you're making is in the dream in the beginning of the game. Are you getting the cane? Or are you going to use the cleaver for the skip? They can YOLO one of the bosses. They can not YOLO one of the bosses. They could take lamps. They can not take lamps. They can quit out in some spots and grab elixirs. Sometimes they don't grab elixirs. We'll see what's going on here. It's a really it's a long run though. If you don't grab any lamps, you really gotta nail the segment because it is a long run back.
Definitely.
Not that both bosses are generally fine, but as everything goes with this game, it just takes one. Just takes something to kind of go astray, and doesn't take much. But I'm confident these guys are playing pretty well. I think we'll see. We'll see what they do. There's a shortcut gate you can get. You could skip a lamp and get the shortcut just as a little bit of insurance. There's a lot of options here. Ideally, what we would do is get no lamps, and then you mark out after Ebriatus, which will take you right back to Cathedral Ward to get the DLC lamp. But we'll see. Donnie grabbing the elixir. These 2 bouncers, you're kind of baiting them to the right side here, hoping they give you a spot to get by, which they did. Very nice. No lamp. No lamp for Donnie. It looks like he's going full YOLO upper. I'd love to see it. Here's another bouncer in the way with his buffed scythe here. Yeah, he's either going to insta-attack or just kind of stand there. And you can hit him.
At least he was nice enough to give you some vials after you killed him.
Yeah. And here we go with the skip. This looks good. You want... You're... Yeah. You're trying to aggro the brain sucker to come to the door. And you get one hit. And that avoids going all the way around to go kill that guy for the key. Very nice. You can do that with the cane. You can do it with the cleaver. I believe the Kirk hammer you could do it with. A couple different weapons you can achieve that with. But,
So that's known as orphanage key skip. It doesn't really skip the key. Like BLT said, you skip having to run all around this bottom area and go kill that brain sucker by killing him through the door.
Yeah, CB had the cane, actually. Didn't notice that he did grab the cane. You can see the difference there. But CB also had a perfect skip there. That was great. But he needed to hit him twice after baiting him, whereas when you get it done with the cleaver and the bolt, you only really got to get one good hit on him.
CB jumped railing, too.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Brain sucker in the way. Okay, very nice. Now here goes Donnie with YOLO Emissary. This is when you're just skipping all the ads. You do so much damage. Yeah, that was well done. It's an interesting decision. You do so much damage. It's like, do you take the few seconds to kill all the ads, or do you just go for it? And but they hit really hard. So that was perfect. Oh, bolt paper makes me think CB's going YOLO. Nope, just a little extra bonus with the bolt. You can see this is great. We get both examples here. Now this guy, I mean, it's pretty much a free kill at this point, generally speaking. He's just kind of, you have him dead before he can even transform. So we got to see both versions. Very nice.
So now they'll be coming up to a boss called Ebrietis. You see Donnie hitting tentacles, but she's not taking any damage. The funny thing about this boss is she is not aggroed until you initiate the fight. So what we do is, when we come up here, we've got our pellet active from a little bit earlier. Do a couple of swings on that tentacle, get it just ready to break, and wait for her health bar to show up, break the tentacle, and then she's staggered, and then you break her head, she tries to go to second phase, you kill her, and you're done. Very nicely done by Donnie. We'll see CB do the same thing. Missing the head, unfortunately. Yeah,
it's easy to get knocked around by these noodles. Very nice recovery. That's all you need. Get the head break. Yep. He's gonna get the visceral.
No second phase, sister.
That's absolutely fine. If it fails like that and you kind of get knocked around by the noodles a little bit, you can recover. You could hit her in the tail, but dodging her hitboxes if she starts swinging is just a nightmare. So that was really well done to get in there quickly and get the head break.
And then we got to see extended cleaver action, which you normally don't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something that it doesn't come into play a ton, but when you need it for a situation like that, yeah, it's perfect. And you got to do it quickly. Got to extend that bad boy and swing it. So here we go. We're on to a little bit of cleanup. We're heading back to early game here. Cleric. A lot of people, people that frequent, Bloodborne runners streams and stuff will ask, what happened to Cleric? Where's Cleric? And this is why we come back later. Because, yeah, he's going to be five hits pretty much. Even on 43 strength, you could do a couple transform attacks and keep it at 5 hits. But we'll see. It's just, yeah, we don't even need a pellet at this point. That's why it's its own little side segment. You can kind of stick it, it used to be a little bit earlier in the run. Now we use these echoes to pay for our plus 10, so. But we'll see here. Poor Cleric, just kind of, he's been waiting here all day for someone to show up. Finally, we do.
Yeah, he's been waiting so long.
Yeah, just getting to
Kill
stretch the legs, and he just get. Oh god, just gets run
him.
over.
He was so excited to see us, and now he's gone.
Pour one out for cleric.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mama, we are heading to the DLC.
Yay.
Yeah, the DLC, the amazing DLC of Bloodborne, and I mean that literally. The DLC is great. Yeah, both are on PS5, so yeah, real time. PS6, real time is a non-issue here. They're both mine is quit outs, obviously. Some one of them has more quit outs than the other. Surely, I've lost track. I don't know about any of you, but yeah. As far as load screens and RTA, generally, it's going to be around the same.
So both runners, making their way into the DLC. You see Donnie is already running through the DLC.
Yeah, I remember this area. I did the DLC first in NG Plus because I didn't know that killing German would send you to NG Plus, but just littered with hunters and these monsters, these beasts, and yeah, the DLC is quite intimidating the first time through here. We have to navigate that little strip right there twice in this run because we'll be coming back here later. Very cool though. Picking up this item, another item that we will need in a little bit. Let's see how purple door guy is acting up today. Purple dude.
He is behaving for Donnie.
Yeah, he looks like he's sleeping. There we go. Sometimes he can get stuck behind the door and he'll start fighting these other two mobs and be blocking you, and you're kind of wasting time.
So Donnie is heading up to this little doorway a little further up here. I'm going to start explaining it. So in the DLC, we've got a couple of areas where we execute a quit out in order to reset enemy placement and enemy aggro. So that's what Donnie is doing right now. He's quitting out just to the right of that door, so when he loads in, he can kill the two enemies in front and run past the other enemies before they all aggro. We used to do it to where we would stand there and wait for everyone to walk out and then try to run past them into the doorway, but waiting wastes time.
Hmm. Yeah, the no quit strats. And right here, we're gonna see Donnie popping an elixir. This is one of the elixirs in the run that is pretty much you'll see everybody use this elixir. Actually, you will see every single runner use this elixir. It's
I think this is the most important elixir of the game right here.
yeah. These blood ticks and all this stuff going on here, it's just a nightmare. And you got the hunter here shooting guns, crows, dogs. There's a nice rare exclusive meme here. Sometimes he can shoot you twice on the ladder. Hopefully we don't see it. Yeah, a lot of the elixirs are optional to some extent. This is really, I would say, actually, yeah. Off the top of my head, I believe this is the only one that you would consider mandatory.
Coming up to Ludwig.
Yeah, this strat's really cool. Another super optimized strat. Ooh, misses the head break. Okay, we're okay. Okay, dodging the magic.
It's fine.
Got a limb break. Very nice. We're going in the second phase. Donnie's going to have to dodge a couple attacks here unless he goes right into his stab in the ground.
Alright, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, you're doing so much damage you could break him.
Missed the head break there. that would have allowed us to go straight to third phase. But nonetheless, he is still done. He was able to get Ludwig beaten down. No fire paper, so he's standing at the fog gate waiting for it to come down. But at this point, it was better than dying, so we'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see CB going now. The fire paper, actually, it's a cool thing in Bloodborne. Some enemies have a faster death animation by the fire. It's really the only purpose it serves in this fight, is to get them to die, the animation faster, and then the fog gate comes down quicker. CB, yep.
And you'll see his Ludwig is going to go straight to the last phase. That is an intended hit. Perfect.
There you go. And you'll see the fog gate will be gone by the time he gets there. That's where that fire paper comes in. You know, I've thought about it a bit, and some strats like Ludwig, like I cannot imagine how that gets more optimized. That's just got to be the max. I don't know how you could squeeze another second out of that thing. It's such a cool strat.
Not get the skull early. He is already on his way through Research Hall.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm glad you caught that. I missed that part. Yeah, that's what we call early skull right here. What CB's doing looks like he's doing early skull here. This allows you to pick up a couple lamps in the DLC for safety, and you don't have to worry about marking all the way back to Research Hall again. You could just head right to the dream. Donnie going with the more the normal route that we would do is you skip skull, you come back later after Orphan for this skull, with just a quick mark out. So two different choices, two different strats and strategies going into this.
We will see what's out for him.
Mm-hmm. That's you know, hey. Both are absolutely viable. It's two different ways to approach it.
Pulling the lever, but opting to try the new skip.
And nicely done.
Oh yes,
let's go. We're getting some skip action this tournament. Yeah.
Oh, Donnie.
Absolutely. That was found actually not that long ago by Cookie. And there's actually two versions of it. This one saves about 7 seconds or so if you don't get the lever and you do it efficiently.
All right.
Ooh, traded. Okay.
It's okay. We're good.
One more hit. Yeah, hopefully make quick work of this failure before the other one spawns. Very nice. I think we're back in control. Yeah, there is a second version of that Research Hall skip where you glitch right through the wall and you don't even have to open up the door. That one is a lot more difficult. Saves roughly 14-15 seconds, but a lot more difficult of a setup. But here we go. These failures, you're just kind of spawning, farming the spawn here. The magic guy is just right in your face. Jeez.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're hoping the magic guy isn't that close, and that was well done.
You see Donnie quitting out right before the Maria door. The reason being for this is that when we load back in, we can take a new pellet, but have a beast meter already on our character. So he's going to open this door, run in, and activate Maria, and he's going to start the fight with like 75% beast meter and have a fresh pellet. And that makes this fight so much more comfortable than running in there with fresh pellet and fresh meter.
Yeah, this extra damage allows you to push her right through her transforms. And second and third phase, you really don't even have to fight her if everything goes well. Yeah, good luck. Here we go.
She is doing multiple hyper armor.
Oh, got the stagger out of that one. Very nice.
Attempting the backstab. Please, Donnie. Oh my god.
Okay, very nice. The backstab is one of those risk rewards. If you get it, the fight's pretty much over.
I'm gonna kick his you-know-what when this race is over. I'm having an
You could see she went... you could see she went from Phase 2 transform straight into Phase 3 transform. She's defenseless, and you can just spam the button. So it's... yeah. Nicely done, Donnie.
GG, both runners.
Yeah, and backstabbing anything in this game is just super satisfying to watch, super satisfying to do.
I hate you, Donnie. Yeah, this is it's very close.
Absolutely.
And you see, CB has got the lamp before Maria. Not a bad play considering he's already got the skull. So should something go wrong between here and Orphan or whatever, he's got a lamp and doesn't have to run Research Hall again.
Yeah, the price for the lamp, you lose a little bit of meter. And she gives him the spammy combo opener.
Please.
Yeah.
You heifer.
We'll see if CB's going to go for some backstab action. Oh, he is. Very nice.
Nice. Good job, CB.
Yeah, very nice. That's, like I said, that's it. That's GG. She goes right into the transform. So that's that risk reward. Both players hitting the backstab, making quick work of Maria. Here you're going to see Donnie doing a slope quit out, which is a thing in across Souls games pretty much. You kind of land on the slope, and then as you land on the ground, you have a little window that you can quit out before the game kills you, and it will put your positioning at that spot. It's a nice way to get around.
So we did miss doing Hamlet skip. That's a small slope quit out. That skips the last part of the Hamlet and takes you straight to Orphan. Pretty standard stuff for the Souls games. Yeah. He will be running into Orphan.
Orphan, everyone's favorite. Let's see, he gives you one of two openings. Very nice, the jump opener. And we're off to the races. A lot of baiting, a lot of positioning going on here. Good attack. Nice. Now once he hits 60% HP, if needed, you can pull out the butt scratch, kind of use an item or try to use reuse a pellet or something that would bait a jump, but not needed here. Very nice, times it perfectly. The backstabs here, you can chain these right to the end of the fight. A little bit awkward spin there by Orphan. Let's see what he's gonna do.
God, oh shit.
Donnie very comfortable in phase 2. Very nice, man. Orphan phase 2 is a nightmare to deal with, especially on this health with this amount of meter. That was well done.
Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Donnie looked very comfortable there. Easy, light work for Donnie. No worries. Let's see.
His skull now. CB was doing his Hamlet skip, and he will be headed to Orphan too.
Oh, gets the stored roll. Sometimes not an issue. You just want to make sure you get this item. Dying is just a little bit of a time loss. It's not a huge deal. A couple seconds, but the big deal is getting that item. So you don't have to do the whole damn thing again. And here we go.
Let's go, CB.
Let's go, CB. Another jump opener. Gets the overhead slam. It's a kind of a risky... If you're out of position, it's a little awkward to get behind him right there. Nice. Now it's 60%. We'll see if we see a butt scratch at some point. Here comes the jump back. We're going to get a butt scratch, trying to use an item, faking out Orphan. Orphan's going to read that input and jump right over your head. Another one. trying to get the double. And here comes a chain of backstabs, hopefully. You got to time this. Sometimes he can pull out the insta lightning.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice, CB. Let's go. We're heading back to Lawrence. Easy work. Blue guy, eat a Bloodborne runner. And now here we are back, returning to these stairs again. But this time, there might be a boss waiting for us.
I'm
excited. Another really cool
strat.
strat.
We're still really close.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. When you consider they're both on the same hardware, here we go. This is a 100% scripted fight that will go the same 100% of the time if executed properly. It's a really, really cool strat. Can't say that enough. Even Lawrence's movements, it's just all very choreographed and calculated, and everything's perfect. I mean, he's already almost dead. Like, you can't do anything. That is a perfect Lawrence fight. Well done. Yeah, he never even gets to transform or do anything. You're just constantly resetting Lawrence, and yeah, the damage and the pellets and everything, and it's over. Here we go, Lawrence number 2. I'm gonna get the backstep. Hit up another combo.
Yeah, poor Lawrence. He woke up with like a splitting headache, and here you are just...
Yeah, see, this is interesting because CB got the head break. You're not really trying to get the head break there. So this is actually okay. He's just going to drop the third phase. We all used to have to deal with a bit of third phase every now and again. This is kind of getting the AI loop going, even too, on top of it. I haven't seen this in a minute. This is cool though. This is a fun little fight. Yeah, fun little strat there for anyone watching that plays this game casually. If you're in a pinch, you can just AI loop him there underneath the arm. Very cool. Well done, CB. Nice save on that one. That is one thing that can go wrong when you catch a head break or the wrong limb or something. Sometimes Lawrence will wake up. So it's definitely nice to know a backup and when he's swimming around on the ground. The Michael Phelps phase, yep.
These boys are definitely giving us an interesting race. And I'm looking at their current PBs. CB is 14th with the 107.14, and Donnie is 18th with the 107.45. So their race is, pretty consistent to, their PBs are close in time, their race is close in time. That speaks a lot to these runners and their dedication and abilities to this game.
Yeah, and we're both heading out to Hemwick now. Hemwick, another one of those cool areas that it's huge. The run through is super long. A lot of different enemies and mobs out here, unique to the area. But at this point in the game, we're going, witches are not really not a huge issue. But it's a nice little stroll through Hemwick, as I like to say. This elixir here is also I wouldn't say it's as mandatory as the blood tick, but I mean, it's pretty mandatory at this point, yeah. So I would say maybe there's 2 mandatories, if I had to call them mandatory. This is another one. You're not dealing with the dogs, and you have the insight anyway. There's no reason not to get it.
So Donnie is heading into the witches fight. Hemwick is technically an early game area. You can come here before you even kill Amelia. So at this point, you're going to kill the witches in 5 to 6 hits each. So there's one
4,
down.
5.
Surprise, there is a second one. We're going to go kill her.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And here's
And
a cool little barrel quit. Go ahead, Mama, if you want to.
see him running onto this bed in this barrel and quitting out. This is similar to the Greatwood skip in Dark Souls 3, where you are off the ground and quitting out as the boss dies, but while the arena is still considered a boss arena, and it will put you outside. So when Donnie loads back in, you'll see him at, quote, the fog gate, and he can run back out. Saves about, what, 10 to 12 seconds?
Yeah, and even sometimes the barrel will break, or if a mob's chasing you or something, runners will often run to the stairs and do a quit out anyway. So the quit out helps resetting all of these enemies as well. It's kind of double duty there. It's a little time save, and you're resetting the enemies. Because if you don't quit out, there's about 100 mobs waiting there, and dogs, and the executioner, and the witches, and everybody. So yeah, not only do you get the time save.
About 18 dogs, an executioner. Like, everybody and their mama is waiting outside for you if you don't quit out.
And even at that they're low level, when there's 12 of them, like, you're gonna die if you get stuck, you know. So the quit out is kind of nice there, and the barrel quit out just makes it, yeah, it's double duty, perfect time save, resets enemies, perfect way to end that fight.
You see Donnie is running through Canehurst right now. This is opened up after killing the witches, as long as you have the Canehurst summon. Now, both runners will be running for a little bit, so it's worth pointing out at this point that in Bloodborne speedruns, we do not go by RTA, we go by in-game time. So this run is technically not over until both runners have finished and showed their final time in-game.
Absolutely. And you never know, because quit outs are the ultimate, they kind of trick you, you know. If somebody had a couple extra quit outs, and we sat through a couple extra load screens, that could, you know, skew it a little bit. So we'll see at the end. Right in here, actually, yeah, that looked like no elevator. No elevator for Donnie. Donnie's just flooring it. And we'll see what CB does. But a couple, yeah, you just got to avoid the dart guy here. Do a little parkour over this railing.
Intended skip.
Intended skip, 100%. Yeah. And we're going to head up to the roof. We got a date with Logarius. This is the end. Yeah, hopefully it's a quick one. This is the finish. It's the start of the finish for Bloodborne. You got 3 bosses in a row. A little boss rush to finish out. And, yeah, 2 of them can be unpredictable some days, and can make or break a run. So, a very intense finish to this game. It's great. Yeah, I love it.
I'm excited with been this entire time. Like, it gets your blood pumping. It's so exciting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no elevator for CB. We are going. No looking back here. Yep, we're zooming. Alright, here we go. Logarius. Gotta get up out of the chair. Time to fight.
A commentator cursing from the non-commentator position.
Okay. Being nice. Insta. Oh, nice dodge. Very nice. I think he wanted to do another one. He canceled it, though. And here we go. We're going to finish with double backstab.
Perfect. Nice. Good job, Donnie.
That's when things go right. You know, sometimes he can be a little difficult. He can dash around more. He can just AFK and trade with you. He can insta-skull you. So, that was almost as good as it gets right there. Pretty perfect.
I had him making fun of people dying to Logarius like he's ever even seen the boss.
Yeah. The low gang. Yeah, I agree, Badger. We're gonna have 2 solid fights here. I think CB is gonna finish smoothly. As is Donnie. I think these are gonna be some great finishes here.
Oh, Franker Z.
It's the helicopter opener, as we like to call it, from Gehrman. Yeah, Gehrman is pretty scripted. I mean, there's things you're looking for. There's some strats as far as hit counts and things like that. But once one thing kind of goes differently, then the fight's just sort of freestyling. You're just sort of reacting.
Out of the air. Holy
Very
crap.
nice.
Nicely done, Donnie.
Sometimes he can give you a meme extra attack that you're not expecting. Sometimes he can just be super dashy and dash 80 times and you're whiffing a couple hits. But that went really well. And you want it. He directly dictates this fight by your meter. So you want a super fast Gehrman. So you can break the limbs on Moon Presence. Eating a pellet. Trying to eat a pellet.
There. Okay. We back in business.
There we go.
Get her.
Topped off. Fresh pellet. Just doing these tail whips. Wasting time. That's... Double Gehrmoon. Let's go. CB got the helicopter opener as well.
Yes.
Nice. And then you're snowballing the breaks here. Yep. GG, Donnie.
Donnie.
Great run. Great run.
Good job. People cheer.
Yeah, nice finish too. Strong finish. Well done. See CB here. You got to time these backstabs, as the hyper armor. Because if you're a little bit too early, it won't work.
Race was so good. I cannot get over it. I'm sad that it's over.
Yeah. I know. It go by so quickly, right? You just start talking about it and the race is already over. Good opener. This is a more standard opener here. And like I said, you're trying to use this meter. Looks like he's got to eat another pellet. Yep. Your goal here is to start to get a limb break, and then you're kind of snowballing the limb breaks and getting her into her AoE.
Break something, please. Oh, yes.
Yeah, there we go. Once you get a break, you have more control and you can focus your damage a little better.
109.36 from Dom. Finishing up.
All done, boys. All right.
His Moon. That was a really good race.
Yeah.
My God.
Holding my breath.
111.06.
Right. Okay. That's still an amazing race.
That was such a good race, though.
Yeah. Well done. GG Donnie. GG CB. Very good. Off the top of my head, the only thing I can think of is the Miko memes, right? The puppets. I mean, other than that, I think everything went pretty damn smooth. These are great runs. Let's see if we can get these guys in here.
Yo.
Hello.
Hey, CB. GG,
Hello.
guys.
GG's.
GG.
Y'all, that was so good. RTA, y'all
God.
neck and neck the whole time. It was a really good race. Good job, you two.
Thank you. GG, CP.
Yeah, GG. Fucking Miko, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
I was gonna ask anything if you wanted to, mention about the runs or anything. The Miko meme is really the only thing I could think of. The puppets, the double puppets.
Other than that, there were a lot of things that happened that never happens throughout runs. Like, it's been a while that I've screwed up the Lawrence strat. It's been a while that I did that.
Yeah, the head break.
I don't know. It was kind of weird. But then lecture hall skip as well was so bad for me.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that happened for me was when I was fighting Parl, my input got eaten, and she got away. And then, of course, Orphan gets away. But dude, that was, oh my god, I was shaking.
Yeah, the phase 2,
Oh
right?
my
I forgot about
God.
the phase 2.
Yeah.
I was surprised how, I mean, yeah, you seemed super comfortable around him and just kind of dancing around him. I'm like, man, Donnie looks like he's super comfortable right now. I think this, and then it went well. Yeah, everything went perfect.
It's just one of those things
And-
where you just swing and pray. And
Yeah,
you know, Orphan memes
yeah.
so many times that you just got to get one. And I'm glad it was here because I didn't get the lamp. I was just like, let's go, man. Let's just do
Yeah.
everything.
He was super low, right? And it was like that perfect health. I think he was pretty low for that second phase, but that went really well. That was a beautiful save. Same with Lawrence, though. That was a nice save on that too, CB. Hitting that head is really annoying.
That
you
was
know?
dumb. Yep. I don't know why that happens. It's like stuff that I always do same way, and it's just, this time the hit just goes towards the head. It's super odd, but it is what it is.
Still, I mean, you guys are. It's a minute and a half here. This is still an amazing race. You know, honestly, GG's to both of you guys. I don't have the bracket. Let me see if we.
Okay, so you see we have our next matchup on the screen here, but we actually have a match that is tomorrow. Tomorrow, we have a match tomorrow on the 25th between Alma Pirian and D Planet 36. It'll be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. We must have just scheduled it, so it did not make it onto this this lineup. But the very next day after that, on the 26th, we have the run between Forrest and Lynn that you see on the screen. That one is at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we've got a run tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then a run on Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, and we are moving right through this bracket. Everything, yeah, it's rapid fire here. It's great. I can't get enough. I'm gonna be sad when there's not a Bloodborne match every day.
It's been such a good tournament, and today's race was no different. I'm so proud of it.
Seriously, it was really, really like close visually too, especially when you guys are on the same hardware and everything. It was great to watch.
Yeah, it looked good. Like I had it on the second screen. Looked good.
Yeah, and 111. I mean, 111 might be I don't know, the third best time of the entire tournament or something. That's nothing to. This was still a great race. Donnie, well done. Donnie
Thank
moves.
you.
Donnie moves on. CB will be exiting the tournament. Well played, CB. And yeah, I mean, if anyone has anything else to say,
I'd like to take a moment to make sure that we tell Peanut thank you. He has been heading up this tournament. It has been running so smoothly. He's been working very hard. In fact, yesterday he did his own restream of his race. I can't tell y'all enough how much we should be thanking Peanut for what a good tournament this has been. So thank you, Peanut.
Peanut, more like P-nerd, am I right? Hey!
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Peanut.
you.
Thank you, Speed Souls. Donnie, CB, GG again. Thank you to
Yeah,
Hattie
GG,
for
CB.
streaming and everybody.
GG's.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, chat, for watching. I think
BLT.
that's it for us. Thank you, Mama. And I think we are out.
Have a good day, everyone.